Tricky mate. Hello? What the hell is that? Oh my god. I'm just made it. Oh my goodness. This is really unbelievable.
Good evening and welcome to the Take It to the Max show with Grandmaster Max Dlugy. That's with me. I'll be playing the 5-minute pool today and taking all comers in the 5-minute pool and reviewing what's happening in those games. The US Championship is on and my new book, Grandmaster Insights, is out. It's a 405-page book filled with all kinds of fun stuff. And if you guys can find it, great. If not, you can write to me. I'll and order a copy from me. It's very nice, I have to say, even though I wrote it myself, but I'm looking forward to some reviews that are coming out. This really goes through not only my career as a professional chess player, but also has lots of advice for aspiring chess players about how to improve with games against many world champions, some of whom who already passed away, unfortunately. So meanwhile, 5-minute pool, and we're waiting. And so, of course, the most interesting thing on our minds now, I guess, is the US Championship. Always exciting to watch those guys in action. And today, Wesley So, who is leading, drew, as did Hikaru Nakamura, and Akobian and Kamsky have made their bids for a comeback. Gada did not start very well, but now after winning 2 games in a row, he's in reasonably good shape. So we'll see. And Barojan Akobian is, of course, always a serious contender. All right, CZ28. Let's see what happens there. Okay, and we're playing a very complicated variation now of the London system. Maybe one day I'll just stop and play c3 when black plays c5, but for now, I love to keep my pawn. I'm loving it. Basically just trying to keep my pawn here alive. Okay, c3, I guess. And okay, I'm gonna defend the b pawn with all my might. Okay, then knight f3, I think, is fully playable. Why can't I cancel as well? I think that's what I'm gonna do. Interesting decision. Okay, let's solidify the advantage here. Get my pass pawn on c6. Yeah, black, I see, is non-phased by all of this. Although I would have. I mean, I think the c pawn is worth at least 2 pawns, in my opinion. Okay, and he just says, let's trade some pieces. Yeah, let's trade some pieces. The endgame should be fine for black, I'm sure. With the pawn on c6. With an extra pawn on c6, mind you. Okay, now the big question is c4 or e4. Maybe even rook fd1. I don't know. I'm gonna use my doubled pawn, so to speak, to break apart anything still viable in black's position. Not so scared of queen g6. I have knight d2, but I don't have knight d2. Oh boy, that was a blunder. That was a real blunder. Oh my god, too cocky. That got me. All right, well, now it's gonna have to be a real game. Well, instead of black resigning, we're still playing this. Unbelievable. All right, still. Okay, now this is actually. Okay. I wouldn't mind having this position in a tournament game, but this is, of course, not necessary at all. I think this blunder was pretty bad. Let's see how my pieces can get activated. Let's try to bump. Oh, black is just doing this, huh? That's a shame. That is a shame. But okay. And finally, I did win something, huh? An exchange on E7. Yeah. I guess. Okay, now I'm going to be up an exchange. Okay. Should I keep my deep one? Maybe I should just keep my deep one for now. Or not. Rook B1, Rook D5, Rook B6, Rook D4. Rook E1. I like it. I like it. I like that variation. Ah, he didn't go for it. Okay. Okay. Start using my king. Now to the E file. At some point. Defend the A pawn so my rook can move. Here comes my rook. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Rook D1, knight A4, D6, knight B2, D7, knight D1. Still a fight. It's crazy. What should I play? Rook G4 maybe. Wow. Uh-huh. Okay, try to queen this baby. Oh boy. I missed knight D3 now. Keep blundering. This is not a good sign. If I keep blundering like that, at some point I will blunder everything, obviously, and lose the game. That's what's going to happen today. I just keep blundering horribly. Ay, ay, ay. All right, I'm going to go for it. Okay. Unbelievable. Hmm. No time. My God. Ugh. This is really bad. Oh my God. This is really horrible. Oh my God. I blundered already one move. Oh my God. This is unbelievable. Unbelievable. What? What am I doing? And I won on time? Are you kidding me? Oh, this is unbelievable. This game. Sorry, CZ28. Not the way I was gonna win this. All right, what can I say? I mean, this was all right. Black's opening did not go well. I think this is already a losing position. And then when everything seemed very nice, all I had to do was probably play something like knight b3, maybe on d3, maybe queen. I don't know, d1. Sorry, not there, of course. Queen d1. And this bishop is still quite dead, and this pawn is going to be weak. It's completely winning for white. But instead, I blundered to a pin. Now I'm actually losing material, I believe. Unless I was missing something. But I don't think so. So, anyway. Then it got really exciting, as you saw. And somehow I won on time. Oh well. Now my friend from Germany, Fighting Dragon, playing a very fighting variation for white. Let's see. I can put my camera a little bit here so that I can fit into the screen. Okay. Bishop b4. Okay. Bishop e2 is the normal move for white now. To stop knight h5. Okay. This is not so good. Okay, I think castling still makes a lot of sense. Yeah, the pawn on f3, they... Okay, yeah, this is different though. This should be good for block somehow. Let's see how. Let's move out. If we're being attacked, let's move out first. That's a good idea, very often, to defend. Okay, now f6 trades bishop h. Yeah, this looks very strong. Now I'm gonna move that center up the kazoo, and white's gonna be in trouble. Let me make my... Yeah, okay. All right. Yes, now probably just rook e8. Although rook f7 was another consideration here. Okay. The bishop's in a bit of a jam. Definitely take an a5. Definitely. Okay. Now what? Not really worried about pawn takes pawn, so let's just play a cool move like rook b8 maybe. Yeah, I like it. Hones in on white's problem, the b pawn. b6, I guess I have d4 at some point, and that even, yeah, d4 I think. It's pretty strong because of the queen b3, I can just move the king away, and the queen on b3 can be a source of a pin after knight takes b6 and c5. So, though I have to be careful. Of course, if white takes on c6, queen takes c6 is devastating probably for white because white's king is in bad shape here. So, questions. Some serious questions. Okay, that's nice, as I said. Devastated. Okay, queen a3, very nice. Rook b4 comes under consideration. What else would I play here? Why not knight f6? Just to open up my wings, sort of. Because knight c5, then rook b4 maybe, or... Okay, in this move, I can just play e4, I think. Rook b4. I'm gonna hit him. Hit white hard. All right. Let's move my pieces onto the c2 square. c2 is the next target. Oh boy, what to do on e3 though? Snack, okay, gotcha. Accepted. Okay, now what? d4, I guess. No, rook b4 and d4. Maybe rook b4 and rook b8 simply, yeah? I like that. Ah, okay. Well then, okay, what to do now? Let's go rook b8 anyway, threatening to take on b3. And on king b2, we can take on a4. That's the idea. Yep. Sorry, bud. Sorry, bud. Your fighting spirits have been waned. Yes. Yeah. So what was the issue there? The issue there was that f3 is not such an appealing move, I think. It's an interesting move, but not that appealing. Now, I castled. I think that's fine. And then I played... Yeah, I was thinking about rook e8, but I thought this move was good. Okay, rook e8, e5, I'm not sure. Okay, e5, and now I could have even played c5. I think that would have been fine. But I went with f6, queen f6, and then I thought about rook f7 and rook e8, and I chose this one. And then white went, I don't know, somewhere to the sides and allowed me to exchange bishops. Okay, here I quickly played a5, although maybe a little bit consolidation with queen d6. A little bit of a consolidation like that would have been fine too, but okay, a5, b5, rook b8, putting some pressure on the b5 pawn, and white took. Now that created some offside pieces that I managed to use. Okay, Skippy Kid is here to play for Kips. For Skips. All right. Okay. I'm gonna wait to wait and not put my knight on c3 because it actually belongs on d2 if black plays like this, right? All right. All right. So attack the b pawn. Put some pressure on black's weaknesses. Okay. Let's do a little development. Interesting. How fast black plays this. He must have seen this position before 100 times to play it so fast. But let's see. All right. So now something going on. All right. I'm going to take this guy. Queen b7, rook fb8. Queen c7, rook b2. Take on d5. Okay, I mean that's... Oh, wait, queen a6. Queen a6. cd. Queen d5. I'm taking this baby. Aha, this way. Then I can just take a pawn. That's a free pawn. All right, let's open it up. Okay, free pawn it is. Fine. That's what I thought, actually. All right, 4th, 7th rank. Let's go. 7th rank, Skippy. Rook e7 followed by bishop f5 is an idea of how I want to win a pawn on f5. Besides rook g7, that's my main threat. And see if black reacts to that one. I'm already a pawn up. Second pawn would do me good. Yes, but that does not defend against the second threat, which I mentioned. Any reason why not bishop f5? I guess queen rook a2, right? That's okay. I like that endgame. That endgame looks really, really nice. The weak d pawn and an extra pawn to work with. Oh, black misses it too. All right. Well, let's get this rook away from the danger zone. In that case. Okay, maybe queen a5 just to make sure it finds a square. We don't want the rook not to have a good home here. The rook needs a home, always. Nice. Amazing. Amazingly resourceful. All right, let's play rook d7 meanwhile. Attacking the queen. And then maybe take this knight after all. Okay, the resources did not work out. It was amazingly resourceful, but not resourceful enough. Okay, so what's happening here? Well, first of all, I think black's desire to trade the dark squared bishop is not a very good one, generally speaking, because now the dark squares are weak. But another thing is usually black can do it if the knight is on c3, which is a little bit misplaced for what's going to happen now. But here, the knight on d2 is perfectly placed to just, be aware of what's going on. For example, the move e5. The move e5 gives me a slight edge. Okay, not a big deal. Here I attacked the pawn. I expected b6, but okay, black just used the tactics to try to stop whatever was going on. I played rook c1. And this was a strange move. I thought black should just take on c4, but okay. This maybe wasn't as bad as I thought. But maybe a move like bishop g8 was actually an idea, because then if I take on f5, black takes on c4. For example, knight f5, knight g4 hits this one, and on knight g3, queen e7. I don't know. I think white's still better, but black played queen d7. Now we started exchanging hits. I thought black's idea is rook fb8, and I was going to play queen a6 to pin along the 6th rank. For example, after rook b2, pawn takes pawn, queen takes pawn, and I can now play rook c6. But that was not the idea, and black lost a couple points, and with that, the game, as you saw. CBM. CBM, is it Chess-Based Magazine? Is it someone from those neck of the woods? I don't know. Gonna have to figure it out. Okay. Meanwhile, my opponent knows his stuff. Aha! Knight c6. Okay, I think I should play c4 if my opponent plays knight c6. Okay, this one. I played very quickly. E5 is in the air, huh? I better stop it. Okay, now what? So just take on d6 and play bishop d3. Okay, let's improve the position. Aha, knight d8. He plays quickly, like he's played this position 1,000,000 times before, plus some. Amazing. Amazing. What people know that I don't know. Okay, let me pin this knight. Let's see how fast he continues at this point. I can play fast as well. It so happens. Now 96 already, I don't understand. Okay. And let's trade bishops. Okay. Let's go into the endgame. Although I have to admit, black's position is quite good. I mean, reasonable. Quite reasonable, but here's my minority attack finally taking root here, as I'm going to play b5 soonish, hoping to create some weaknesses on black's queen side with opponent c6 being under fire. Oh, that's nice. Oh, that's way too nice, my friend. That is way too nice to do that to my pawn structure. Oh, that is so nice of you. Okay, now questions. Questions are as follows. This pawn looks so strong. Maybe I'm wrong. I must be wrong. I must be wrong. I want to play rook a7. That's my idea. Oh my God. Yeah. Amazing. This position's too tough to figure out. Okay. Okay, let's try to attack this. I'm not sure what's going on exactly, but definitely have some punching chances here. Some sorts. G6. Knight. Knight A5 now. To take on C6. Looks pretty good. C6 is an important pawn because then I can take a block with Knight B4. I think Black misplayed this somehow. I don't know. Looked very complicated. And finally, my opponent is thinking maybe this position is not that well known to him anymore. All right, take this guy. That's it? Really? I mean, I thought maybe King C7 here. It's still not that obvious to me. Okay, like Knight B4, King B7, Rook somewhere. I couldn't figure out where. Here maybe, okay. And Rook C5, but okay, I mean still a bit of a fight, right? Even this position, okay. Now it's looking good. But earlier on, like right around here, when I played Rook A6, well, okay, I actually didn't think this was playable, but this maybe looks okay for Black, right? Because now, I mean, Black can just play this position. It's even pawns. The pawns are weak, but not that weak. So that's number one. Then, okay, here I took the knight. And here I thought maybe Knight C8 and King C7, kind of keeping everything close was a better chance. Okay, I mean, it's maybe a slight advantage for white descending, or maybe not. Nothing special. But what was happening in the opening? I thought that was better, but then somehow it evaporated. Yeah, maybe this was too much. Usually wasting time like that is too much. Maybe I can take and just develop. I thought Black has more chances in that position, but maybe I'm wrong. Okay. GM Arc. Okay, let's see who you are, my friend. Who is GM Arc? Let's see. Do we know this guy? I don't think I played. Oh, wow. Asharash Kori. Okay. We have, I know him. I think we tied for first in one tournament in DC once. So that's pretty cool. And there we go. Stop bishop b5. Now I can develop my pieces. Ooh. Well, I guess. Should I trade? I don't think so. I'm going to keep my Okay. I'll trade the bishop for the knight. That'll do. 'Cause usually the bishops are not so strong in this Marathi bind structure, the light squared bishop. So I'm gonna try to see if I can get this hold over the d4 square somehow. Maybe knight c5, e5, knight e6, something like that. All right. Bishop trade should never be a problem. Now e5 and knight d4. e5 and knight d4 is right. The only thing is I'm worried about, the trade first. So maybe I should get rid of this knight ahead of time. And then knight d4, right? I don't want to trade. No, why not knight c5 maybe? That was better. Knight c5, knight e6. But okay, too late for that. Knight's not going back to c5 and e6. Guess on knight c5 I could have played. Oh no bishop g4, knight takes pawn. Knight c5 was definitely to be preferred. Well, still reasonable position. Knight d4 is coming. If white does that, then I play knight d4. Okay, now my knight can actually go back. That's actually funny. But not so easy. Kind of have to open up the position a little bit. Maybe I should tempt white into playing b4. And why can't I play b5? I should. Because now b4 will win a pawn on e4. So that's a serious plus. Yes. Aha. Solid idea. But let's see if black can hold that. White can hold all of this. All these gadgets he's got around here. The b pawn, the c bishop, the knight on c3. Meanwhile, my knight is parading on d4 very nicely. I'm not sure about this for white. Could be quite dangerous. Oh, there's no queen a5. Okay, but there's queen c6. So why can't I take on b4? Oh, takes. Rook a8, bishop somewhere. Knight b3 and rook a5. And then he takes on d6 and it's a draw, huh? Wow, I guess so. A little bit better, I think, still. But bishop's not that great. Yeah, that's a good move. Do I play rook b3 here? Guess not. Actually, might have to be a little careful here as well. Interesting variation. I'm calculating. Still a draw, but quite an interesting one, yeah. have to stop a6, so I gotta take this one. If I take on e4 twice and then play rook a1, white has f4, but then play rook e1, rook f3, e4, e3, e2, oh my god. And do I actually win a pawn? I do win a pawn, but do I actually have any chance of winning? I'm not sure. Alright, I'm gonna do it. It's a little weird looking, but forcing my opponent to think at least. Knight e4, rook e4, rook b3, rook a1, f4, rook e1, rook f3, e4, rook f2, e3, and followed by e2. That's one line. Of course, white can play and take on b3, but then the pin is going to be dangerous nevertheless, and I can't really lose that, I don't think. So at least white has to make a decision, which is a big thing. How's that going to change things? Oh, you got him thinking. Oh, knight. Okay, he decided for this one. Okay. Rook b1. Rook d1. And then I want to play rook a2. Oh, did I miss the move? I missed the move. I completely missed this move. Yeah. That is a shame. That is one shame. All right. Well, this is a draw, of course, but it's a shame because I had plans. I had plans for white. Okay, let's see. How's he going to hold this position with the amount of time he has left? Oops, I just blundered that one, but oh. Well, I won on time. Couldn't happen to a nicer guy. Okay, now seriously though, what was going on in this position? Okay, so this is a nice opening. I think reasonably nice for me. I don't think there are many problems here after the bishop trades. I think white plays h3 usually to stop that. And now I move my knight into a good position, trade it. And then, of course, I had other ways to play this position, but I went for this typical plan. Then I avoided knight d4. I wanted to trade knights. Now, one idea I had was knight c5 to go knight e6 and knight d4. And maybe that was a better way to play. But I decided to just trade the knights first. Now I have a beautiful knight. And now I started to try to tempt white into making some weaknesses. Maybe he could have played knight e2 here. I'm just thinking maybe that was wrong. But okay, b4 and a4. Okay, now it got really funky because now a5. And I couldn't stop myself from going into this weird line, but I probably should have. I probably should have played a move like queen b7 keeping an eye on this one, trying to maybe put some pressure on the e4, and of course rook c8. For example, rook b1, rook c8, bishop d3. I don't know, queen a7, just some holding a position like that. I don't think I have an advantage, but I think it's something that would create some problems for white. Now, okay, now we got funky here. Rook a5, rook d6, knight e4. Okay, the main idea, of course, could be seen in the relation. Well, he checked, but could be seen in the relation knight e4, but okay, and I mentioned the idea. All right, I think this will be the last game against a strong opponent. Let's see if we can make a perfect score today. Probably not the way I've been playing, but we'll try. We'll try. Let's develop our bishops, bring it back. Okay, open it up. Open it up. Two games of Magnus Carlsen from the World Rapid Championships followed this path. He was winning both, but blundered in one of them and lost. Not an easy position for black, I have to say. Straight out the box. Whoa, this move should lose. All right. Huh. Interesting. Wow. 95 never occurred to me. I'm expecting f5, by the way. In case you're thinking what I'm thinking, I'm expecting f5. And I was going to take on d5 and take on c5 and take on d5 again, winning a pawn, or yeah. But that actually gives me nothing. This is ridiculous. I have nothing in this position. There's rook e8 check, which I missed. Incredible. Incredible. So I really spoiled a nice opening. This idiotic play. Now I have to survive it. Which is not going to be that easy, I have to say. Unbelievable. How in the world did that happen? Incredible. Of course. This is very dangerous, actually, for white. Mm-hmm. Okay, this is my last chance to play f4, I think. After that, the chance could be gone. Now in rook e4, I have rook check. I can maybe consolidate with f3 somewhat later on. Good. Good, good, good. Now I can consolidate with f3, although I don't need to. Maybe I do need to. Let me actually do that. Okay, now let's go with some. Aha, he's going for this obvious plan. And I need a counterattack. I need a counter to that. I think I have a counter to that. Should play h4. And that is my problem. Yeah. Not a good situation to be in. Defend. Defend. Let's go further up. Okay. Tough. Tough end game. I'm still waiting. Okay. Time to get active. All right, let's wait. I'm just going to wait. Nothing else I can do. Okay. Wait, I can. Just wait. Well, let's actually check. Check. Let's go here. And now we have to go here. Uh-oh. That was stupid. Oh, now we're lost. Now I'm just completely lost. Oh my god. Now I'm just completely lost, yeah. Yep. Very good. Okay, wow, nice game. Let's quickly take a look at what in the world I did wrong here, because that was completely winning. Knight d5, my god. Must be something crushing after this, no? Is that? Maybe not. No, this is just bad. What I did was just bad. And this, of course, is a very bad position. And, okay, this endgame. I think I made only one major mistake, but that was enough to lose the game. Yeah, even the king and pawn may not be lost, actually. Why am I so scared about the king and pawn ending? I think the king and pawn is a draw. But I felt like I didn't want to give white any chance. And now h4, I think, just draws. And king, oh no, I can't play h5. I still can't play h5. So yeah, this is then very bad. Yeah, this is bad. What if I did not play this? What if I just kept around? Okay, let's say here, rook h3, king d6 maybe. And then rook c7. Let's say rook g7, rook c2. And then it's hard for the rook to actually get active. That was the thing. Not keeping the rook at bay there. Wow, that was a tough thing to see. Well, very well done, Mr. Weston. And that wraps up the show. Lost one game today, but considering how badly I was thinking, somehow I think it was a pretty good result. So see you next week, and keep watching the U.S. Championship. We'll take a look at my my book, Grandmaster Insights. It's a really cool book. My coach Vitaly Zolzman fell asleep at 4 a.m. after he got the book. Couldn't stop reading it. That shows you something. Anyway, take care and good night. Take it to the mat.